Today I want to come and give God the glory, my family and I. This journey started December 26th, 2022. I had a good pregnancy and I just got tired and I decided to go into the hospital to have the baby on December 26th. And so when I went in and I just told them I was tired and they checked me in, they checked the heartbeat of the baby. Immediately they said the heartbeat of the baby is dropping from what just looked like a normal delivery. I just wanted to go in for a normal CS, became an emergency CS. And they just quickly rushed me and my husband into the CS room to have the baby. And so we had the baby. They brought out the baby. Doctors and nurses know what APGAR score is. They checked the baby APGAR score and it was 1, which means I had a lifeless baby. At 10 minutes, they checked the APGAR score again. It was still very low. The baby was still lifeless, so they had to rush the baby to the NICU to seek emergency help for the baby. They started trying to use the machines to resuscitate the baby, and it was not working. Decided to do it manually. They started using the ambo bag to resuscitate the baby, and I was just calling to check. And they were giving me, preparing me for the death of the baby, and I said, nothing will happen to the baby. And I told my husband, call my dad, put on NSPPD. It was already time, put on NSPPD. We started praying for the baby. Pastor Jerry said, as we prayed December 26th, he said, that last minute miracle.
Repeat these words after me. Say, my Father, my Father.
My Father, my Father.
Say, I am a candidate.
I am a candidate
of last minute answers.
of last minute answers.
Say, I receive it.
I receive it.
Say, I have it.
I have it.
Say, it is my portion.
It is my portion.
Let your amen thunder.
Amen.
And so I received that prayer and I said, I'll carry my baby with this miracle. And so they started resuscitating the baby, and I think at some point they did a procedure that is called cooling, which is where they freeze the baby for 72 hours and defreeze him for 48 hours. So they did that to calm the injury in his brain, to cool the brain down. When the doctor gave me a report, they told me he had a stroke on the left side of his body, so they don't know how that will work. For the brain, they cooled it down, so they are waiting till it's safe for them to do a scan to check how damaged his brain will be. And so they mentioned that the reason for this whole issue was I had placenta abruption, which took away oxygen from the baby. So the baby was without oxygen. That will affect his brain, so there is no way he won't have a brain injury. They just need to check to what extent. And so every time the doctor, they would do their rounds, they would give me a report, we would talk about his brain injury and things he will not be able to do. And, the machine, once he gets to a point, they'll provide me machines that will help him work and all of those things. And so one day, the doctor was telling me about the brain injury. They're going to check it now and all. So I asked the doctor, this scan we want to do, are we doing it to confirm the brain injury? He said, no, we want to know how big the brain injury is. So I said, how did we confirm the brain injury? So she was looking at me like, did I not see everything that has happened? It's based off everything, even the stroke. They know he definitely has a brain injury. They just need to know how bad it is. I said, but we are not sure. He said, yes, that the scan will confirm it. I said, okay, then let's not refer to him as a child with a brain injury. We are going to wait for that scan. And when that scan come out, we will know what is wrong with him. But as for now, let's not refer to him as a child with brain injury. And she said, okay. So they stopped referring to him as someone with brain injury. I put a sticker on his bedside that says, what God cannot do does not exist. And then I had prayer points. I had his name there, and I had that sticker on his bedside. So one day they took him for a scan, and then they brought him back. They were trying to stabilize him. He was not, they were trying everything they could do. It was not working. And they gave him an injection. They were still trying to stabilize him. And then one of the nurses, she's not even Nigerian or black that will understand. She was a white nurse. She went to carry the sticky note and came and placed on the bed. And she placed it. Within a few minutes, he stabilized. And then they told me that Whenever they take him for scan, they leave this. They take him with the sticky note by his side. That they don't know, but it always keeps him calm. So they always take him with the sticky note by his side. They did the MRI scan, the first scan without contrast. They did it, and they did not see brain injury. There was no brain. There was a scar, very small scar, but it showed that it was gone. And they were shocked, because if you see him, you'll know that they said they will have to do another one without scan and without contrast and with contrast. They did another one. Everything looked good for him. And the only concern now was the stroke. They had told me he will not walk. He will not be able to use the left side of his body. He failed his left hearing test. We redid the test, and he can hear, he can walk. Everything they said he couldn't do, he's doing it. So I give God all the glory. Today he turned 3. One of his medical diagnoses was failure to strive. He's striving, and I give God all the glory. Thank you, Jesus.
One thing she did not mention, just last week, they had to go to the hospital and they did another MRI scan on the brain, and the scan came back with no scar at all. The scar was no longer there.